Infinite Magic Raid. Play to slay.
What up, everybody? This is DGK. This is going to be Infinite Magic Raid, and today I want to talk to you guys a little about which mythic that you should be working towards if you're a beginner. I've had a couple questions on this. What would be the better mythic as we progress and as we're building our accounts? Because global launch is 2 days away, guys. Let's get it going. So we're going to... There's a lot of different mythics out there, and there's probably a lot of different reasons why you would choose a certain one for your team. But what I want to stress for this is that we're not picking a mythic out just because everybody else is using it. We can look through, let's see what kind of mythics we have in here, if we got any. So we got, we seem to have these two, have this one. See if we can find any more. Generally we can, but let's take a peek at them and let's see what we're working with here. We'll go over to our temple here and we can look at all of our mystics. So I need 40 more of these red shards to get a mystic here. Okay. We can go down the list here and we can see who's the one everybody was using down there. I believe it's, is it her? No, it's her. Alright, so this is the one that we saw two of in the arena there, and I see a lot of people use Luna. She's got a Hypnotize, which it's 40% chance to inflict Hypnotize for 1 turn if the target's turn meter is no less than 50%. If it's below 50, it restores all allies' HP by 4% of Luna's max HP. Amazing skill. Not a huge max HP regeneration, but the chance goes up by 20% there. Let's see what's on her 2. She's got to resist debuffs. She goes into stealth mode. She's got a heal and an attack down. And she's got another heal and an attack up. She also cleanses all ally debuffs, grants them a layer of heal for 2 turns, increases the attack of all allies. And then when you get down here, if you can get 3 of her, you can get her HP restoration and attack increase take effect at the same time. As you can see, as you can get her exclusive weapons, you can upgrade those skills right there. Same for this here. She's great. She is a great. She's got protection, buff, cleanse, heal, and turn meter on her. She is a light. She's a force mark here. So that's amazing out the gate. Let's start at the bottom here now. Now we have Melchio. I haven't seen what he does yet, but I'm going to go through here. He's going to be an attacker. We can see that from right here. So he's going to have AoE damage, debuff, removal, cleanse, control, and turn meter. So even though he's an attacker, he's going to deal 320 to a single enemy and 2 other random enemies. He's going to put tenacity down. That's a big deal. Decreases tenacity by 30%. It's actually a great skill. It's on his passive. We're not going to read through all this, but he's immune to pretty much everything. Then he kind of upgrades himself as he goes through to do these basic elemental charge. And then an intermediate. I have not seen him used yet. It wouldn't be one of my first ones. It looks like you're probably going to have to build a team around him. This isn't somebody you can just throw in and have be effective. Madalinia, let's see. This Primordial Seed. I read this. I really kind of like it. So the buff owner will be crumbled by Madalania and take massive damage from her when a certain number of layers are stacked. So this kind of seems like in the other games that we're going to play, it kind of seems like a bomb. Every one of her skills besides her S2 here, she's got a defense down 2. She's got Primordial Seed on all the other 3, so she's going to be an attacker. And then we have the Luna we went over. We have a Nordic, he's going to be a tank. I'm like, if you've seen any of my videos, I'm not too big on tanks, but he gives a protection, a cleanse, a buff. He deals damage on his S1, so he's kind of a tank attacker. He's got a cleanse on his S2. His passive's super good. Defense up, crit damage up, effect resist, crit rate up, speed up, consolidation 1. It's pretty good. Then he's got this damage immunity, which we can get down to a 4-turn cooldown if we want. Still not one of my favorites. Not any. I would not suggest him right away. Ben Austin. He's newer. It's kind of. He gives a defense down 2. He's a support. Okay, so he does damage and helps out. So we'll see what else he's got here. With a 35 chance to increase the cooldowns of the target. So that really helps. You can put their skills on cooldown, so you won't need to worry about that so much. He's got a 20% chance to cleanse all control effects from an ally who falls under control effects. But here's what I don't like about Ben Austin here. This is a 20% chance. We can get up to a 28% chance. It's not very good. Then he's got to resist buffs. And definitely, he's okay. He's not one of my favorites at all. He can remove, but as you can see, those chances are pretty low. We got Nida here. She's an attacker with the poison. Almost all these are going to be focused around poison. She's got poison, deep poison, poison, heal, and a poison. So if you want, she would be great for clan boss, but I don't think this would be the first one you go for either. Alright, now here we got Lucia, single target, shield, and bleed. All of these are going to have bleed. All of them. Except for her passive has a soul care. Merged with 5 pieces of soul fragment. It increases her speed and bleed damage dealt. Soul fragment is going to be the same thing. And then she's got bleed pretty much in everything. So she's going to be a strong attacker that's going to bleed out a lot of enemies with max HP. Pretty decent for a mythic. All caster. He's one of the first ones that I've seen or had to fight against. He's straight attack damage. He's got a Horrify, which I really like. Kind of keeps the enemy from going one turn. The Soul of Glory here increases his effect hit and all this damage dealt. And he's got an attack up and a defense down. Still not quite what I would be going after. Lucifer's real good here. He is a single target damage with a debuff. So he does a lot of damage on his S1. He's going to get this Feebleness, which is awesome. Increases damage received by 20%. That can really help out. Stealth and 840% attack damage to a single enemy and deals 20% more damage if the target has a buff or a debuff. This is a huge, to me Lucifer is one of the better single target attacking mythics we have in the game currently. Here's going to be my number one pick, and it's going to be right on top. For me, I'm going for it. I love it. Even though she's the red mark and not the force, she has a buff removal, a control, turn meter, and a counter attack all built in. And I'm going to show you something really cool as we read through her skills here. So this silence. This is boss. This is key. As you're trying to get through, when you can put the enemy skills on silence, you want that. And that's on her S1 here. You can get that, I believe, up to 100% chance to silence on her S1. Okay, then she'll do 280 defense damage to all enemies after removing all the buffs on them. So she's going to remove all the enemy buffs, then deal 280% damage. And it's defense. Her damage is based on defense, so even though it says she's a tank, she's still going to do some really good damage. And if you can get her exclusive weapon, there's an 80% chance to inflict Hypnotize for one turn when the damage is dealt. So that is an amazing skill right there. Let's look at her passive. She has 2 battle forms, Heavy Cannon, Heavy Sword. So her initial form is Heavy Cannon, which is the tank that you're seeing, which reduces the damage she's received by 20% and grants an additional 30% effect resist, and you can get that up another 8%, not a big deal. Okay, then we got here, Brynhild switches to Heavy Sword form. This skill's cooldown cannot be reduced or increased by other effects, and you can actually get this cooldown even though it's on 7, we can get it down to 4. Then acts 1 extra action after the turn after she switches forms. So actually, if you switch, she's going to go right down to a 6. You can get this down to a 3. And then here's what you got to look at here. See how she's got this skill switch? We'll flip it over. Now she's got different... Look at this now. She's got an immortal. She's got a shield. She's got damage ability on her S1. And here's her turn meter. If you can get her exclusive 2... it'll increase her turn meter by 20%. Okay, and then we'll go over here. She's got the Wolf Spirit. Selects an ally and summons Wolf Spirit to possess them for 2 turns, during which reduces all the damage taken by the possessed ally by 40% and counterattacks the attacker after taking extra damage, dealing damage by 200% of her defense. Amazing. Alright, now Brynhild deals 20% more direct damage and deals 40% extra crit damage when she is in Heavy Sword form. And then Brynhild switches to the Heavy Cannon form, so then she'll switch back to these skills. This here, I don't care. This is what I'm going with. If you were going to ask me, what are we shooting for right off the gate? What is the best mythic we could take? It is right there. She's going to get nerfed probably before I even get her, but that's where I'm going to go with that. But you know what? That's just my opinion. if you want to look through here and maybe you've already started building a little something but you're still learning, take one that fits your team best. If you have, I don't see how you would have anything better than that, but you know, I look down here. This, you would take Lucifer if you were looking for a straight up attack champion. Brynhild here can be put everywhere, all over. She's useful in every aspect. If you're looking for a heavy AoE damage, look for Allcaster here. If you're looking for the big deep cleanses, go down here with Luna. You know, if you're looking for all these last three, this here, straight up the Madalena, straight up AoE. Big, this has got a lot for an attacker, so just build what fits your team. But if you're asking what I believe, in my opinion, is going to be the best one we have, it's going to be Brynhild. You can even click on this guide down here, what they've done now, and it should... No, they don't have a guide for it yet. But that's what I would be going for, guys. Look, we don't have any events going on right now. Because, because we got this big launch coming out, so we don't have any events yet. They look to be putting some on the calendar. So just wait till this comes out. This is going to be a great game. This has been a lot of fun. If you like this video, hit the like and subscribe, and thank you guys for watching.